All right, what's up, guys? Super excited for your journey with us. I just wanted to explain the basic timeline of any life insurance appointment. Just for your reference, it could be 45 minutes to about an hour and a half. 45 minutes or less if you have one person that you're going to do an application with. I would say if you have a couple, or two people, it could be more than an hour and a half. So that's the duration. So really quick, I wanted to go over the 9 phases of any type of life insurance appointment. So if you're here doing final expense with us, if you're doing mortgage protection, or if you're doing IULs, if you're ever shadowing an appointment or looking at, another agent do an appointment, they're going to have the same 9 phases. They might be in different orders, but I'm going to show you how we do it here within our agency in the orders of the phases of a life insurance appointment, okay? So first and foremost, if you have this in front of you, there should be a pop-up popping up on the screen right now. The first thing to understand is the intro. So within the intro appointment, this is you describing to the client why you're calling. So at this phase, you're either booking an appointment or you're going into a one-call close. Typically in the intro, you're just going to give a quick brief of who you are. Hey, this is Desiree calling from the mortgage protection department, calling from wherever it is you're calling from. After phase number 1, whether you successfully book the appointment or you're getting, or you're doing a one-call close, we're then going to go to step 2. You're giving them your credibility. So within the credibility, it's really important to understand that they should be writing down your NPN number. You should send over your business card so they could lay eyes on who you are. And then also just giving your full name is going to help within your credibility. That is very important. I like to normally put this in the front end because you are going to be asking them sensitive pieces of information. Number 3, we call this the discovery, or you're getting the why, right? Why do they need insurance? How much are we covering? Who is going to be affected if they die? This is a very, very, very important part of the process. Do not skim past this. You're going to be digging deep. So we do a lot of training calls to get better, asking better questions to discover what's going to happen if you die tomorrow. Who's going to be in charge of the house? Is it going to be burial? Is it going to be cremation? So you really want to dig deep during this section in section 3. Number 4 is we explain the process. This is very important because if you're going to be on the phone with somebody for 45 minutes to an hour, they want to know, what is it going to look like? What's the agenda today? So that's the process. Your script should underline what the process is going to look like. I'll give you a quick preview. Today we're going to be going over some medical questions, some health questions, a bit of financial questions. Then we're going to submit an application to the insurance carrier, blah, blah, blah. So read through that process there. Next, moving forward, we're going to be doing inventory. This is where you're going to be asking all those questions, right? So you're going to be asking, how much is the mortgage amount? How much are they paying for rent, right? Any health questions like diabetes? Do they have high blood pressure? Do they have cholesterol? So you're getting the nitty gritty on the specific client. We really need to take good inventory because that's going to help you decide what carrier might approve them. If you skim past the inventory and they get declined with multiple carriers, you didn't do too good of a job collecting the information. Number 6, we do underwriting. So right after you get the inventory, you're going to say, hey, John and Mary, let me put you on a brief hold. And this is obviously if you're doing telesales. Hey, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. 1 second. I'm going to go look at all the companies and do research within all our companies. So that's going to be step 6. You're going to put them on hold. If you're brand new, you're going to be talking to your mentor. You're going to be on Zoom. You're going to say, hey guys, I have a 50-year-old. They're a smoker. They have these medications. What company do I go with? So don't feel like you have to know every single product we have. And that's why it's really great to leverage your mentors so they could help you point out what company they could get approved with. From there, when you do the underwriting, you then have written down what options, 3 options that you're going to explain to the client. You get them off hold, and now we're in section 7. So 7 is going to be benefits and options you're explaining to the client. It's very, very important to explain that the benefits that are going to come with this policy before you give them numbers. Remember, so I always like to give this tip. Life insurance is not a tangible product, right? You can't drive home with it. You can't smell it. You can't eat it. So you really have to describe the value in the benefits of the plan before you give them prices. They will not want to make a decision, right? So value exceeds price. So it's very important to describe the benefits, which is the value, and then you could give them price. And now they could make a decision based on, what is this going to do for my family? So you have to paint that picture for them before you give them prices. Very, very important there, okay? Step 7, we just finished that. So they pick a price, right? Benefits, you give them 3 options. They circle what option they want, or they say, hey, Desiree, I want option 3. Awesome. Now we transition into the e-app. During the e-app, you're going to pull up the e-application. This is where you're going to fill out all the information. You're going to get more information from them, like their social security number. This is where you're going to get their banking information. This is where you're going to get their beneficiary information. So that's step 8. After you've done all of that and you're closing the client, it's very important to do step 9, which is cementing the sale. This is not a one-off transaction where you're never going to talk to them again. This is a client for life. So we are in advanced commissions business. So if they cancel a policy and your retention is not great, it's because you're not cementing the sale well enough, right? So for example, I'll say stuff like, hey, John and Mary, not only do you get this coverage, but you're actually stuck with me for life. You basically adopted me into your family. This is my personal number. Save it. My mom and my grandma call me on it, right? I'm going to be your agent for life. So if you need to update your email, you need to update your address, please let me know and I'll make sure I take care of you. So those are examples of cementing the sale. And that sums up the 9-step process, the 9 phases. So for you, what you're going to do is when you start shadowing appointments or when you start listening into other agents, going through client inventories with people, right? Now I don't ever want you to get lost through the 9-step phase. And let me know if you have any questions. Super excited with your journey, for your journey with us. And let me know if you need anything.